Welcome back. We are live at beautiful Ralph Engelstead Arena. It's a Saturday night in Grand Forks. This is the place to be. St. Cloud State and North Dakota. All True Health Systems brings you this evening's goaltenders. Jacob Helston gets his second straight start. 19 saves, only one goal allowed in Friday's victory, and that came on the power play. Helston has not given up an even strength goal in more than 120 minutes of game time. For head coach Brad Berry, the motto all week was to stay with the process. Every team goes through adversity and ups and downs during the season. It is how you respond, and UND responded in a big way on Friday night. St. Cloud State will stick with its all-time wins leader in David Reddick. The fifth-year senior gave up 4 goals. He was pulled midway through the second period in Friday's loss, but he's consistently been one of the best between the pipes in the NCHC. This will be head coach Brett Larson's final game with the Huskies for a few weeks. He leaves for his assistant coaching duties with the U.S. national team on Sunday as they prepare for the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing. He wants to pull a George Costanza and leave on a high note. 141st all-time meeting between North Dakota and St. Cloud State. And with UND's victory on Friday, they have now won 5 straight against the Huskies in this building. Looking to make it 6 in a row, finish off the sweep here tonight. And St. Cloud State, of course, looking to come out of Grand Forks with a split. We got close to 11,000 of our closest family and friends on hand. Connor Ford, Nolan Walker at center ice. And we are underway here from the Ralph. Happy to have you with us wherever you're watching from on Midco Sports or NCHC.TV. Alongside analyst Jake Brandt, producer Jeremy Klein, director Mike Dermott, and the best engineer in the world, Daryl Nelson, and the rest of our Midco Sports crew. I am David Brown. You see the line scrolling at the top of your screen. Not a lot of changes as Helston makes the stop there. Keys to tonight's contest, Mr. Brandt, brought to you by the University of North Dakota.
Well, I think for St. Cloud State, I thought last night North Dakota was just too many odd man rushes against them. And for North Dakota, simply the storm that pushed that St. Cloud State's going to come at. You see it here already a good start for them. It felt like an area where North Dakota was real good, though, last night was just pressuring and making things difficult, taking away time and space on the defenseman. That's an area I think Brad Berry and the coaching staff is going to point out in some film and try and make sure that they're try and get after the D early here as well. But like I say, should be a big push here from St. Cloud State. Brad Berry talked about it in the opening of being ready and trying to be even better than their push. And I think that's what you're going to see here early on in the start of this first period.
Both teams in their same uniforms as Friday. St. Cloud State in the road blacks, UND in the home whites with the Kelly green. Husky lines scrolling at the top of your screen. Again, the top lines have stayed the same for both squads between Friday and Saturday. A few changes toward the bottom, but UND certainly sticking with what worked on Friday, and St. Cloud State staying with the process.
You see Luke Jaycox in for Trabo last night, and Mulinar is in as well. So just not a lot of shifts there, and then I think like we talked about last night, I didn't think Rennick was really that bad, so no surprise he's in the net, and certainly Helston was as good as any goaltender here for North Dakota this season has been. I thought he was extra special last night. And an area for him, I think for St. Cloud State, one area for them, if I was them, penalty coming up here against North Dakota already, so it's going to be the start that St. Cloud State is going to be looking for with the man advantage. But one area I think St. Cloud State, one thing you noticed last night, you can't wrap pucks around.
North Dakota, 2 minutes, tripping.
As you see there, it's a tripping penalty, but I think one area is maybe soft pucks that get dipped into the corner.
See the tripping penalty there on Cooper Moore. It's already a Drain Services Incorporated power play for St. Cloud State. Huskies 1 of 4 on the man advantage in Friday's contest. It was responsible for their lone goal by Yami Kranola in the second period. But as we've discussed throughout the series, St. Cloud State still the best in the country at the power play.
And you saw last night, they just capitalized with one opportunity, but boy, it wasn't for a lack of opportunities for them because they get pucks, they whip pucks in a hurry, and it's a shot-first mentality.
Drive in, wrister just missing.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Miettinen right there, he's got a good shot as well. He catches the crossbar on that one, so a break for North Dakota as he beat Helston high over that blocker side.
Huskies regroup here, 40 seconds into the man advantage. They head to Okabe. Back to Meyer. Seamus Donahue at the point. Back to Donahue. Nice whip pass to Meyer. Great save by Jacob Helston.
It's exactly what makes this power play so special. Meyer to Donahue over. I mean, look at the way they move this puck. It goes all the way over. Look at how hard this save is. Helston's got to push all the way from his right side over to his left. And he does a good job of just not getting out of place, as you see Spencer Meyer with a good shot opportunity.
You see St. Cloud State #1 in the nation, not just in power play percentage, but power play goals as well, with 33 in this 21-22 campaign. NCHC, bunch of great teams on the power play. Omaha's good, Denver's good, North Dakota, kind of middle of the pack. Here comes Sanderson. Sanderson lost control a little bit there, gains it back.
Great play by Seamus Donahue there, just to take the puck off of a world-class defenseman. You can see Sanderson, when he sees open ice, he's going to try and attack and create offense with that. You can see what he was trying to do. Either try get around the defenseman there or try find someone sneaking in, and a good job defending off.
Here's Hentges gliding in, poked away by Helston. Less than 30 to go on the man advantage. Perbix. UND calling for a high stick, but Perbix able to save it. Cross-ice pass gets away from Hentges. 10 seconds left on the power play.
Good job by Clevin there to get that. You see that big frame on him. Just St. Cloud State, a couple guys all over him. He just uses his big frame and his muscle and gets that 200-foot clear, and a good job for North Dakota to get this big kill. That would have been a big momentum swing for St. Cloud State. I always say you can build momentum either on the kill or with the power play. Right there, I think both teams are happy. North Dakota doing a good job getting the kill, but St. Cloud State with a real good few looks as well on that power play opportunity.
Ness dumps it into the zone. Ports got held up. Here's Frisch. Rister scores! Second night in a row for Ethan Frisch. 1-0.
Well, how about Ethan Frisch bringing in the offense from the backside, almost the same spot as where he scored last night. Not sure if Griffin Ness is going to get a tip on this. This is what you're going to look for, right in front of the net. Does Griffin Ness tip that in front? The official pointed right away to Griffin Ness. Look at this camera angle by our crew. Just a great job. We're going to get an excellent look. Watch this right here. Not sure if he touches that or not. Another great angle right here.
I think it just snuck under the stick.
I don't know. That was so close. So many times you can tell by who goes to the bench first. Frisch went in with there, so I'm not sure if Griffin Ness touched that puck or not, but if he doesn't, he does a good job getting in front of Rennick's eyes and taking away his ability to find that puck through traffic, and it's a big goal for North Dakota. Just after killing off a big power or a penalty as well.
So once again, UND with an early first period goal. As you mentioned, Jay, coming after the PK. Another nice momentum shift here for UND. And the goal officially does go to Frisch.
Of course, with an assist on that one as well.
So a point for the St. Cloud native, Nick Ports. Here's Cranola in transition. That shot partially blocked by Jandris. Yetman tried to keep it in the zone, gets away from him. Fresh bodies coming on as St. Cloud State resets. He's done a nice job this past minute, just getting in front of everything. Brodzinski trying to weave through traffic, but again, nice defense there in the zone.
Well, North Dakota doing a good job, like you said, David, clogging up that neutral zone. St. Cloud State just kind of sitting back, trying to find a stretch pass or a seam play. And North Dakota just thought that was an area they were real good last night. This team likes to get up and down the ice. North Dakota structurally was very good last night just to try and take away the ability to play race chase hockey.
A little more than 6 minutes into the first period, Ethan Frisch, deja vu from right the same spot as Friday night. 1-0 North Dakota.
Oh, certainly not. And he's a guy that I had, we joked off air here on who we were going to kind of have that pick to click to score, and he was my pick. I just felt like with a power play, and now you got Frisch on the other side. I think that gives him a little bit more space to be open with the power play, and if he's not, certainly Frisch showed his ability to be able to one-time pucks and get it on frame, and already Frisch scoring here tonight. So Reese Gaber just brings a lot of fire, brings a lot of energy, and can create something out of nothing in a hurry.
Lidke tried to wind one up for St. Cloud State. UND able to clear.
Hockey fans, Ethan Frisch was tonight's first UND goal scorer, and his UPS.
Puck out of play.
Well, they got a big thing on the Jumbotron on picking with the fans. They can pick who's going to score UND's first goal, and Reese Gaber was the fan favorite. Ethan Frisch was on the board, though, the last guy on the board. So certainly the fans very knowledgeable, knowing that he's going to play some power play minutes in there as well. Not very often you're going to pick a defenseman to get the first goal for the game, but North Dakota, they can create a lot of offense from the back end.
That was the 5th goal of the season for Ethan Frisch, and 2nd in 2 nights. Here was Gaber chasing the puck. Micah Miller sending it into the zone. Sanderson in his final game before Olympic duty over the next couple weeks.
And look at that play. He just goes to his backhand and just gets it elevated enough, but not too much on it where it goes down and creates an icing play. North Dakota was able to get a 5-man change on there, so some fresh legs for UND. That puck goes up and out of play. Jandrick puts that one into North Dakota's bench, so it'll be a face-off down here to Helston. Right side, glove side.
You definitely see the energy that St. Cloud State has brought here through the first 7+ minutes, but credit to North Dakota for poking things away.
Yeah, just, one shot on goal and finds the back of the net.
Well, we mentioned last night's victory was their first in 2022, first in the month of January, and you saw the numbers in their previous 4 losses, just not getting anything going offensively. That puck is once again out of play. That puck nearly came up all the way to us.
That thing went way up into the netting. It almost went over that netting, and that netting goes up a good 40, 50 feet. Nobody even knew where that was. The refs didn't. I think you and I had our eyes on it. A little easier when we're sitting up here.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got a little bit of a better vantage point from up here.
Yeah, it's a good whistle. St. Cloud State, they go in and cheat in just a little bit. Henches gets caught. It's a good whistle by Tyler Liffrig right there. So many times when you're cheating there, though, and it's an offensive zone, it's just an advantage. As you see right there for North Dakota, Jandrick easily wins that one, because if you go in there and cheat again, it's going to be a penalty.
Sendman sends it ahead.
It'll be an icing. Almost beating that icing call out, but St. Cloud State will change their lines. North Dakota unable to. Face off back here in North Dakota's zone.
Sendin was looking for Caulfield ahead of the break, just a little bit wide. But Bradbury talked about it with us at the top of the broadcast, trying to stem that tide early from St. Cloud State to get the early penalty kill and score within a minute of that PK. And They still know St. Cloud State's coming. The energy level has not dropped off. The Huskies have been applying consistent pressure throughout the first 8+ minutes.
Again, St. Cloud State, that's one area I think they'll address too after the first period. We're sitting here to the right of us is the video guys from St. Cloud State, and they're not happy.
Oh, Perbix nearly got it to go, and then the comebacker nearly went for Cranola.
Lively boards, and Cranola was right there. Seen Helsted just dive back. He's a guy that he'll get his body in any which way he can. Oftentimes, and there's a penalty. It's going to be a tripping call here on North Dakota. Looks like Schmaltz is going to be guilty for that tripping penalty, so an opportunity here for St. Cloud State to go right back on the man advantage.
Number 8, North Dakota, 2-minute minor tripping.
You'll see right here, he just gets his skate on the back side and trips him up. Easy call. Drain Services power play here for St. Cloud State, their second opportunity of the night. 0 for 1 so far on the night.
Unfortunately for North Dakota, they are second in the conference in penalty minutes. Another 5-on-4 advantage here for St. Cloud State. Miettinen, one-timer goes. And we are tied at 1 apiece. VT Miettinen evens things up for St. Cloud State.
These Finland guys can shoot the puck. You saw right there, Miettinen from the other side earlier. Hit the crossbar. This time he's on the other side right here. Gets it, corrals that puck just a little bit. Looks like he's going to, what a good play there. You do a good job by faking that you're going to go up top. Watch Connor Ford get caught right here. Watch this. He's going to go up because he looks like he's going to throw up. That gives him that time and space. Absolutely a great play there by Miettinen to create that separation. It's his 8th goal of the year. A big one for St. Cloud State as it didn't take long for them to cash in with the man advantage. Now 1 for 2 on the night.
Little Scandinavian crime on crime as the man from Finland beats the man from Sweden.
And I think that's one area too, North Dakota. You got to be a little bit better. You can't go and give this St. Cloud State team back-to-back power plays. That's going to be a penalty now. I think it might be Perbix stepping up with that indirect head contact. They will probably more than likely look at this because it goes right to the head area. I don't think it's anything Perbix was trying to do at all. I think it's just a big guy on a smaller bodied player. They'll go in, but anytime the contact initiates right on the head, that is when they'll probably go look at this.
Players under review, minor penalty on the ice.
We'll get another look here.
Yeah, I mean, I think of anything. I mean, this to me it's a hockey play. You're stepping up, the puck's going there. This reminds me very similar to last night with Clevin on Okabe right here. The puck's there, he touches it there. And I think it was the head popping back is why the arm shot up.
You'll see it in the middle of the screen.
It gets him a little high, but I don't know if it looked to me like shoulder first and then it maybe went up into the head area. So it'll either be an interference penalty or it'll be a 5-minute major for head contact.
And of course, a huge call for it coming right after St. Cloud State got the equalizer.
No doubt about it. And one way or another, North Dakota's going to have their first opportunity with the man advantage. Yeah, see, I think his head just pops back. To me, that's on the shoulder first. I think this is going to be a 2-minute power play. But again, an opportunity here for North Dakota. They really haven't had a whole lot of opportunities on the offensive zone. Just the one from Frisch that went through some traffic and found the back of the net. Just one shot on goal here. Almost 9 minutes and just 10:50 left in this first period. So I'm surprised this is taking as long as it does. As you'll get a look at Ryan Hersey and Gino Binda. Talked about Binda being in his last game in this building for his career as he's going to transition in and fill in for what his dad did in the officiating out east. I think he's scheduled for one more game in the NCHC this year, and but certainly not coming back here.
Get another look. Again, they're taking their time trying to figure this out. Here's probably one of our better looks at it. As you mentioned, the head action of Griffin Ness is what is kind of precipitating this review.
Right, and I think that's why the arm shot up. Anytime you see that head do like a whiplash where it kind of, it tilts back like that quickly, I think that's when they get nervous that it's maybe head contact first. To me, I thought it was shoulder, and it kind of surprised him, and that's what made the head pop back, but we're gonna get the call right here.
Number 25, St. Cloud State has a minor penalty for indirect contact to the head.
And you agree that's probably the right call?
Yeah, I mean, and if it's a penalty, you know, I mean, certainly that was not worthy of a 5-minute penalty in my mind, and it's, I think, an opportunity here for the Drayton Services power play for North Dakota to try and get a little momentum coming their way. As so far, it's been pretty much St. Cloud State here for the first almost 10 minutes of this first period.
Drayton Services Incorporated power play for North Dakota. They were 1 for 4 on the man advantage on Friday. Ethan Frisch with the power play goal. He has our first goal here this evening.
St. Cloud State penalty to number 25, Nick Purvis. A 2-minute minor for indirect contact to the head. Time to penalty.
Lidke able to clear initially. Sanderson will reset.
Purvis of St. Cloud State, indirect contact to the head minor. Time 9-10.
Forward up to Frisch.
We talk about how big faceoffs are, though. Right here, you're going to see North Dakota unable to win that faceoff, and you're going to kill off precious 30 seconds already gone with the first power play unit out here for North Dakota. Maybe a little break there as St. Cloud State player slips and falls down, as that was Chase Brand losing his edge.
Here's Sanderson at the point. To Gaber, one-timer, a little high.
And that's the play that they like to look for. And, you know, St. Cloud State maybe cheating a little bit more over toward the Ethan Frisch side with that one-timer. And I like that option if you're North Dakota, because you've got a couple of options. And if they're going to cheat one side, the other side should be open.
Costantini back to Jandrick. Jandrick, Costantini, wrister. Saved in front by Rennick.
That's a good save, too. It doesn't look like much, but I want to say Costantini shoots this on net, and I think Ashton Calder gets a redirect right in front. You're going to get a good look. Look at here, Costantini. Look at that stick right in front. That's redirected in front by Calder. A good save there by David Rennick just to get out and cut off that angle. He gets big and seals everything off down low, gets those arms in so there's no holes for that thing to trickle through. Didn't look like much, but I'm telling you, those tips right in front become difficult saves for the goaltender.
.38 seconds left on this power play for UND. Dick Schmaltz, Kevin Fitzgerald. A loose puck, and St. Cloud State clears.
It's the second opportunity where off of a face-off, it's been a puck battle, and they've done a good job of winning and finding a way to get to that loose puck that is weird. It's almost like they win the draw, and then it just lays there because they're battling for it.
Costantini. Back out to Jandrick. He gets past him. Here's Plevin. And we're back to full strength now.
Yeah, that's a real good penalty kill for St. Cloud State, and they got a breakaway if they're looking ready.
Here's Perbix up ahead of the pack, and he scores! Nick Perbix on the breakaway for the Huskies. 2 straight for St. Cloud State. They have a 2-1 lead.
Well, it starts with a great penalty kill from St. Cloud State. North Dakota really unable to generate anything, and it's a great play. You can see coming right out of the box. A good job by Chase Brand to get his head up, and then he finds Nick Perbix, who comes out of the penalty box, gets behind the defenseman. He was banging his stick. You could hear it from even up here. He beats Jacob Helsted low on the ice. Sneaks that between, I'm not sure if it was between the pad and the post or just under that stick in the pad, but a good job by Perbix. His 3rd goal of the year. What a change of events. We talked about North Dakota. Started out, they got the penalty kill, came down and scored, used momentum off that penalty kill. St. Cloud State did the same thing right there against North Dakota.
UND struck first, but St. Cloud State with a couple of goals in response. St. Cloud State 2, North Dakota 1. They take the lead on the Nick Perbix goal. 2-1 Huskies.
For the coldest
through the first period. Right now, David Rennick for St. Cloud State. See the goals against average less than 2. If that number holds,
he would be the leader for St. Cloud State. How about that? This is single season records here at St. Cloud State. So I tell you what, if these things hold, he'll be number 1, 3, and 5.
That's pretty good.
Kind of hard to argue that. He might not be one of the best goaltenders ever to wear the St. Cloud State Husky uniform.
Rennick, 5th round pick of the LA Kings back in 2018. Chance there for North Dakota. Couldn't quite center it. Sendin sends it ahead. Probably not liking that icing call.
I don't know if that was an icing call.
Hence the reaction.
Yeah. And that's what I was talking about, though, for St. Cloud State. I felt like last night they tried to dump in pucks and whip them around, and because Helston's so good getting back there, I thought maybe they would try and throw pucks to like maybe the corner or certain areas and maybe deaden it in there to keep it away from Helston getting, because he was almost like the third defenseman back there yesterday. Oftentimes he was able to get back there and just either slide it over to his defenseman or make a pass right up to the winger, and they were out of the zone. So an area that I think coaches are going to pick up in a hurry when Jacob Helston's in the net is you got to keep the puck away from him. If you allow him to play it, he's going to act as that defenseman for you back on the back end. Right here, right there. You see it's instead of it being wrapped around and in, it was more of a soft chip in. And I think you'll see more zone entries that way unless they can carry it in.
Brady Ferner lost control of it.
Yeah, right here. See? Keeping it away from Helston. Look who's on it. F1. Cranola's in there first. So no doubt these coaches certainly watched some film and learned something from last night, because that's an area that they are not going after. And I think it's smart.
Cranola behind the net, which, as everyone knows, is where he's incredibly dangerous. Puck squirts out over to Costantini.
St. Cloud State just much quicker tonight. I mean, North Dakota last night, they had all kinds of time and space. They were the aggressor. St. Cloud State doing a much better job of getting on North Dakota, and they look like the quicker team here in this first period so far. And I think you'd expect that, David, right? I mean, I think the push and the sitting in the locker room, no penalty coming up here. Looks like Ports got tripped up.
No penalty called as St. Cloud State tried to get a breakaway. Coons behind the net.
Ooh, nifty move.
Jack Peart, Minnesota Wild draft pick. That one missing high.
Peart from the Grand Rapids. There's Micah Miller, a Grand Rapids player. Gavin Hayne, a Grand Rapids player. Grand Rapids is a storied program in the state of Minnesota. Has put out some real good hockey players. I believe they're a top 10 team already this year as well. So Wade Chido, the head coach of the Grand Rapids hockey team over there. We talked about McLaughlin was a Grand Rapids kid as well for the Minnesota Gophers. We saw him in this building earlier this year as well, just after Thanksgiving.
Big hit there on Albrecht, courtesy of Henches. Here's Albrecht. Sliding in, tried the backhand. Rennick got a leg out.
Yeah, it's a good save. The one thing about Carson Albrecht to talk about, you always notice him on the ice, whether it's he's making a play like that or he's throwing a hit. That's why you find him in the lineup every night. He's the guy that kind of was an extra skater at times, in and out of the lineup, but Tell you what, Portsness and Albrecht, I feel like the last few weeks they've really gained some traction. They were put together as well in that Saturday night against St. Cloud, and I thought they were really effective there as well.
Mietnin covered up by Helston. Energy levels picked up on both sides, still 2-1 Huskies.
Going, wow, that's a good player out there in the middle of the game. So it'll be fun to play against him, and then obviously get to know him starting Sunday. I don't want to get to know him before that, but starting Sunday, it'll be fun to get to know him.
And Jake Sanderson will indeed be under the purview of Brett Larson over in Beijing. Brett Larson, one of the assistants for Team USA, which Jake Sanderson will be a part of. And you look at Sanderson's numbers compared to past Hobie Baker Award winners, and he certainly looks the part. Not that UND fans don't know that already, but the numbers also back it up. Little pinball action down there. No one could really get a firm handle on anything. St. Cloud State keeping it in the zone. Here's Seamus Donahue. Stopped by Helston.
Yeah, I think for North Dakota, you just want to get out of this period. They haven't been able to generate a whole lot of offense. St. Cloud State, much quicker team here tonight. You can see North Dakota, just all kinds of time and space for St. Cloud State. Donahue just trying to fire that one on net. Helston does a good job just catching that in his glove. Anytime it gets low around those feet areas, sometimes, that stick is a valuable tool to direct things in the corner, but also that glove to get it down, because if it hits that pad, it pops right out. Sometimes on those angle shots there, they're just throwing a puck out, hoping either it hits something or that it creates a rebound and a scrum in front where you can find some loose change hanging around and put it in the back of the net. A lot of icing plays here for North Dakota in this first period as well.
Saw Schmaltz try and get to it right beforehand, but couldn't quite catch up.
They've had a lot of guys that have had, skating. Caulfield had one where he was close to beating it out, and I felt like last night, anytime that was an opportunity, they were beating those out and not getting whistled for the icings. And tonight, just in this first period so far, just don't quite have the zip that they did in 60 minutes last night.
Hentress tried to get it back to the point. Hentress into the zone. Nolan Walker giving chase. Here's Sanderson. Sanderson gliding in. Stopped by Rennick. Frisch.
He's one-timing. He's not afraid to shoot that puck all of a sudden. He's got a lot of confidence with the one-timer.
They get along the boards by Brodzinski. Frisch tried to get it ahead. It was intercepted. Fitzgerald had it poked away by Ness. Pass Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I think the puck just bounced over. Fitzgerald's stick was right there. I think that caught the ice, bounced over his stick. And it's going to be whistled for an icing play. So it's kind of the way it's been for North Dakota. So now St. Cloud State unable to change, and North Dakota will get some fresh bodies out. No surprise, they come out with Ford, Gaber's out there. Looks like Calder's out there.
Mixing and matching of some different units. Here's Costantini. And a poked away by Cranola. 2.5 to go here in period number 1.
That puck hit Cooper Moore's stick over the bench, hanging over the bench here at North Dakota. So they're going to take this face-off and put it inside North Dakota's zone, because that's exactly what happened. The puck went off of Cooper Moore's stick, and Moore had his stick hanging over the boards. Officials are right on top of that call, and I think that's the thing. You can't be, you know, so many guys turn their sticks over, and you got it hanging over the boards. The officials are going to say that was going to stay in play, so they'll take the face-off zone into the North Dakota defensive side. Oh, that's...
Schultz got whacked by Okabe. Okabe gets it ahead here to Krannila. Krannila. Woodkey cross ice. A lot of action near the net.
Chase Brand's been active tonight. He got a good chance at just whipping around a puck. He's the guy that found that seam pass to Perbix out of the penalty box as well.
Calder, great opportunity saved by Rennick. Of course, Ashton Calder with 2 goals on Friday in the 7-1 victory, including the first successful penalty shot of the season.
And a beauty it was.
Sanderson gliding in on the left side, and it poked away by Lidkey. Crowd not liking the hit from Lidkey. Up ahead, Molinar. Backhander is wide. Minute to go here in the first.
1 minute remaining in the first period.
There's going to be a penalty. There's a tripping penalty against Caulfield. North Dakota's going to go on the power play, 56.9 seconds.
St. Cloud, number 20, minor tripping.
Nolan Walker guilty of the tripping infraction.
Get a look at it here.
It just takes his feet out from under him. I think he was going in to lift his stick and ended up falling himself, as you see all the snow over on his left glove there. I don't think he really necessarily got a stick in there. It's just his body went underneath and took the feet out. Good opportunity here for North Dakota with 56.9 seconds left in this first period.
Terrain Services Incorporated power play will extend into the second unless UND can score here in this final 56.9.
St. Cloud State penalties, number 20, Nolan Walker, a 2-minute minor.
Sanderson over the Fritsch. This is where he's been lethal the past 2 nights. Fritsch back to Sanderson. Sanderson biding his time. That wrister is wide from Gaber. Now an opportunity here for Micah Miller, breaking out ahead of the pack. Backhander goes in. Micah Miller with another shorthanded goal. 3-1 St. Cloud State.
Yeah, North Dakota mixing up there. Ethan Frisch went down low and throws the puck up top, and it was a puck right here. You're going to see Frisch throws it up top, loses a battle right there. It's a good play to just whip that puck right around. And Micah Miller, look at the speed on him. He's just got wheels on him, and he's going to open up the 5-hole right here, slides it in. An absolute brilliant play, and Fitzgerald was the guy who makes the play on the half wall to throw that puck over to Micah Miller. The Grand Rapids guy puts a dagger in the hearts here of North Dakota. They're sitting there licking their chops thinking we can get this thing to 2-2 score, and all of a sudden a shorthanded goal, and it's a 3-1 lead for St. Cloud State, and a big goal shorthanded.
And Micah Miller is the king of shorthanded goals. That's his 4th shorthanded goal this season. Obviously, he had 3 coming into this weekend. No one else in the NCHC had more than 1.
Yeah, well, the whole reason is because he's got that speed. You can't teach that speed. I mean, the guy skates like the wind. And because he's able to go in and create loose puck battles, and they're going to take those chances, but right there it was just strictly his speed is the whole reason why he scores that goal, because he got out in the clear. He makes a great move in on the breakaway, opens up the goaltender and just dishes that thing 5-0. And he made such a great play on it. He didn't even think it went in right away, because sometimes when you beat a goaltender that clean and slide it through, it'll go through the pads and go out the other side. He kind of looked and saw the red light go on, and then he celebrated. As you see right there, shorthanded leaders, 9 for St. Cloud State on the season, clearly number 1 in the NCAA.
And Mike Miller leading all individuals in shorthanded goals in the country. And it is a 3-1 advantage for St. Cloud State after the first 20. A late shorthanded goal by Micah Miller gives the Huskies a 2-goal edge here after one. 3-1 St. Cloud State. We'll chat with Ethan Frisch when we come back.
That subdivision won't build itself. You need equipment that's built smart so you can work smarter. That's built to deliver more comfort, more productivity, more get it done right. That's built around a durable Kubota engine you can depend on. With skid steers, track loaders, wheel loaders, and the world's #1 selling compact excavator, the Kubota construction lineup shows up ready to work every day.
We're going to come out hard, give them credit. So again, it's turn the page and get back to doing what we do here and starting with specialty teams here.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Carl.
Thank you.
And we do have a change in net as Zach Driscoll will come on in relief of Jacob Helston. Zach Driscoll had started every Friday so far this season. Helston got his first Friday start in last night's victory, 7-1 over St. Cloud State, and now it's Driscoll coming on in relief.
That's an opportunity for him to get himself established back into the fold here. I thought Helston was real good last night. You know, you got kind of hard to fault him when you give up a breakaway there and a power play goal, but something in there that maybe, again, trying to spark the team a little bit as well. And then, like I say, you just, I've always said, you know, when you're coaching and all that, you tell backup goaltenders, you tell people that don't think they're going to see the ice a whole lot, the preparation remains the same. So, you know, for him, you just hope he prepared like he was going to be playing this game. And North Dakota's going to go on a 5-on-3 power play as Reese Gaber gets tied up. Looks like Josh Litke gets his stick in there with a hooking call, so a 5-on-3 opportunity here. Just 33 seconds left still in the first.
So as you mentioned, Litke gets the minor for hooking, and 33 seconds with a 5-on-3 edge.
Well, right here, Gaber puts the brakes on. He's going to go up top. The stick gets in the hands there, creates that puck to be a turnover. Doesn't look like much, but again, when the stick gets elevated up in the hands, it changes the puck possession. There goes right to St. Cloud State, where they were going to get it to clear, and it's a break for North Dakota. The key is right here. There's 33 seconds left with the 5-on-3. So St. Cloud State, if you win this face-off, you're going to kill off valuable seconds. North Dakota, you win this face-off, you're going to have that extra time to try and draw something up 5-on-3. And he wins it. He's one of the best.
Sanderson. Gaber. Sanderson, the Frisch. That puck goes into the netting.
That's a real good save by David Rennick. I mean, anytime they try and shrink that rink down a little bit on a 5-on-3 and try creep that thing in so they get a little better look than from way out up top, Frisch gets a one-timer on there, and Rennick was able to sniff that out, gets a good pushover, makes a good save. Puck goes up and out of play, and another big face-off here with 19 seconds left to St. Cloud State's first penalty.
Gaber to Sanderson. Frisch. Sanderson looking for an opportunity. Gaber finally shoots. Redirect by Ford, just wide. Back to just a man advantage now. Here's Walker up ahead.
So good job there by St. Cloud State just to get that first guy out of the penalty box. That's going to be offside here. So North Dakota, again, you got to be careful of breakaway potentially already. Micah Miller, look at, you want to know why he scores shorthanded goals? Because he senses when there's a loose puck. He gets the Jets going and he gets down to that far blue line. He was calling for that puck bang in his stick. St. Cloud just unable to get it up there, but a good job on this penalty kill for St. Cloud State.
Back around to Clevin. Calder behind the net. St. Cloud State able to clear.
Driscoll showing a little bit of Helston action there as he goes out of the net and plays that one up, trying to catch St. Cloud on a line change, but they recover very nicely. That's going to be interference on Calder. Inadvertently, I mean, I don't think all he's trying to do is gain that blue line to get out to stay onside. He gets in front of Seamus Donahue, who goes down, and it's going to be a 2-minute interference penalty. Penalty filled here, start to the second period.
North Dakota, number 16, minor for interference.
And again, like I say, it's not so much that he's trying to get in front of him, I don't think, but I think he was trying to get out of the zone to try and, get back on so that North Dakota could go in with some speed. And right there, he just gets mixed up with Seamus Donahue. So we'll play 4-on-4 hockey here for 18 seconds, and then St. Cloud State's going to go on the man advantage. So good job by St. Cloud State to start this second period, though. You put your backs against the wall on a 5-on-3. Pretty soon you're just 18 seconds away from going back on the power play.
Perbix.
Good save there by Driscoll for his first one. I tell you, your goaltender, start the second period, and pretty soon you're going to get thrown right in the fire with the man advantage. So he's going to have to be active and have his head on a swivel, because these guys whip pucks, like I say, cross ice, and they're not afraid to one-time them.
Man advantage now for St. Cloud State.
And this is what we saw North Dakota do so well last night. Just let that puck sit in the corner and take some valuable seconds off the power play.
Sending Clevin down there. Puck finally squirts free. UND able to clear.
Good play by Caulfield there. So many times the player's going to just try and turn that puck right up the boards, and oftentimes you're going to see a defenseman just go and try seal off that. He goes up the middle with it to get the 200-foot clear.
Okabe dumps it in. Here's Donahue. Donahue over to Crandall one time. Wind it up again. Great block by Jandrick. Meyer back out to Donahue up top. Donahue tried to get it through traffic, blocked by Ford. Crandall once again. Saved by Driscoll.
This is what makes this power play so lethal. They get pucks and they throw them around, and they're always in puck possession. We talked about Nick Oliver. We had a good chat with him earlier this week, and he talked about what makes this thing so dangerous. And you got to remember, this is a veteran team that's had a lot of guys back. So some of these units have spent a good 2 solid years together. So it's not like year in and year out where you're losing a couple of those key cog guys, where you got to insert like 2-3 new people on a new personnel. These guys have been together, so it's almost like they got eyes in the back of their head, knowing where the escape routes are going to be and where they can throw 50-50 puck battles, and that's what makes this thing so hard to defend.
Another save by Driscoll. Final seconds here of the man advantage. Driscoll, loose puck in front. Perbix tried to get a stick on it. UND able to kill that one. Find that back out to Mietin, and another save by Zach Driscoll.
Well, how about that? I talked about it. I hope his preparation was ready for this. He looks dialed in right here. He looks very confident. He comes out and challenges right there. Watch how far he is outside of this blue paint. This is when you know. Look at that push out. He gets way out on top. Look at that. There's nothing to shoot at. He gets out there, cuts off that angle. And the key is, when you're going to play that aggressive, you can't be giving up those rebounds. He corrals that thing with his glove hand into his shoulder area, into his chest. Seals that off, gets a key whistle there. North Dakota yes, they were killed that the penalty, but now they're able to get the personnel that they want with an exact lineup, and it's a good job. So special teams here early. They talked about, Ethan Frisch alluded to it, that they needed to clean those areas up. So far, so good on the penalty kill.
Here's Griffin Ness. Ness tried to feed it ahead to Albrecht. Brand got a stick on it. And now inside here, Nick Port's had an opportunity. By the net. Tried to front it for Ports. Another opportunity. Rennick covers. UND trying to claw back in this one. Plenty of chances in front. Still 3-1 St. Cloud State.
In Pony Country, you can saddle up with a new Chevy Blazer from Dahlstrom Motors in Oslo. If there's a storm in your forecast, take shelter in the roomy and luxurious Chevy Tahoe Premier. Or show the world who's boss. Ride out the storm in the Chevy Silverado Custom Trail Boss. Find new roads that all lead back to
series against North Dakota back in December with a lower body injury of his own. But of course, now he's healthy and will be heading to China here tomorrow.
Yeah, and you know, he came back from injury too, David, just red hot. I mean, North Dakota was the only team so far that's been able to keep him off the score sheet. I thought he was active last night as well. He had a couple opportunities right in the slot area where you could see his creativity, his time, and his space that he created, just unable to get some of those pucks through. But I thought he was real active, and no doubt St. Cloud State happy that he was coming back and got off to such a hot start, but they'll lose him along with Perbix and their coach to the Olympics. Get a good look at the coaching staff right there. Dave Shack used to be a head coach for back when I was playing for the Alaska Anchorage Seawolves, so he's gonna more than likely slide into that role of leading these guys. And then Nick Oliver, you got to see him as well. So those two, and it was interesting. We chatted about with Nick about, like, hey, what's it gonna be like when you guys leave? What have you guys chatted about? And he said, honestly, we haven't even discussed it. They've not said one word about it, and I'm sure it was just business as usual, and they'll chat about that here tonight after this hockey game.
Senden gets it ahead. Here's Caulfield, tried the tight angle. Clevin sends it in. Here's Caulfield again. Send in back out to Jandrick. Jandrick, he scored! Chris Jandrick from the point. And UND's back in this one, 3-2.
Well, scoring from the back end. First goal comes from a defenseman, Ethan Frisch. This one here, Jandrick just does a good job. Watch how good he does to pick this puck off the wall from his backhand. Look at that. Takes it from his backhand. Look at that footwork. He does a crossover, gains that middle of the ice where there's going to be opening for him to get that through. That's some fancy footwork right there. And this is one that I think Reddick's got to have. You got to fight around and fight through that traffic. No one's right in front of you, on top of you. Look at the screen's way out in front. He just doesn't fight around and pick that one up. That's a break there for North Dakota, but you get a good look at Chris Jandrick. His first goal ever for him in the green and white as well. So not his first collegiate goal, but his first goal for North Dakota here in the green and white. And it's a big one here to get North Dakota just down to a 3-2 deficit.
Jandrick, of course, the Alaska transfer. Another opportunity coming up here. Sanderson, gloved by Rennick.
Boy, I tell you who's standing out to me tonight is Jake Sanderson. He's trying to bring it from the back end. You've seen a couple times in the first period where he brought up a rush, and he's got that determination in his eyes tonight that he feels like he needs to do something special before taking off. Right there, he has an opportunity as well, and just unable to beat Rennick on the glove side. But Sanderson's been very, very effective and good tonight.
You think he knows it's his last game here for a couple weeks?
I sure do. Yeah, the way he's playing, he knows it.
Cooper Moore tried to send it in just wide.
Hey, why not, right? It's working from the back end. Anything, pucks, bodies to the net. I like that play. Look at there it is again. This is kind of that grease pan style of hockey that I said that with North Dakota I felt like they needed to start playing a little bit more of because the offense wasn't coming. And they're throwing a lot of rubber at the net here in the second period.
Nick Ports fell down.
That's a penalty. Yep, that's textbook tripping. Ports goes down, gets his stick in between the legs, and that's an easy call as he upends Mason Salquist, the Grand Forks, North Dakota native.
Number 20, North Dakota, 2-minute minor, tripping.
And it's just a tough play because there's no rhyme or reason. But watch, he goes down right here. He loses his footing. He gets his stick into the feet of Mason Salquist, goes down. It's an easy penalty call. And it's a timing-wise, it's a bad penalty because you felt like North Dakota finally was building a little bit of momentum. They had a great shift after they score a goal. And you're starting to build shift after shift to try and get some of that momentum. And then you just take a penalty and give it right back here to St. Cloud State.
Sam Henches, shot blocked by Driscoll. Another Drain Services Incorporated power play for St. Cloud State, but now it's Connor Ford ahead of the pack. That one saved by Rennick, so UND trying to match St. Cloud State's shorthanded goal with an opportunity of their own.
Yeah, a good play there. You got Senden trying to drive the net there as well to try and create a 2-on-1, but St. Cloud State doing a nice job recovering, and that seam wasn't open. He elects to take that shot. Why not? Make David Rennick make a save, and he makes a good glove save there. 15 seconds off of the St. Cloud State power play. Minute 45 left. And if you're Clevin, take your time. Kill some valuable seconds off this clock. That's a bad break there for North Dakota as Jandrick didn't get his head up, tries to throw that one up, hits Tyler Liffrig. So instead of getting a 200-foot clear, St. Cloud State gets it.
Okabe tried to dump it to Meyer. Meyer has to send it in. And then Fitzgerald fell down. Donahue recovers. That pass to Myers wide. Jandrick able to get it into the neutral zone this time at least.
And that play over, to Meyer, usually that's right on the tape. You don't see them missing very often on those opportunities. There's a big clear for North Dakota. Clevin gets it. North Dakota will get some fresh bodies on the ice. So far, so good in this first minute and 10-second kill.
Nick Perbix assessing the scene. Brodzinski. Good poke away by Sanderson. Here is Brodzinski. Tried to feed it in front. Loose puck still, and North Dakota able to get it. Here comes Senden, the captain. Got Sanderson to the middle. Tried the redirect. Oh, great opportunity.
This is what I'm
Sanderson
talking about.
Just missed.
This is what I'm talking about. Look at the fire in his eyes. He's a defenseman. Gets up there. He bats that puck out of the air to redirect it in front off of a Mark Senden pass. And just goes down hard there. Those two are going to be teammates in just a day.
Brodzinski to Perbix. The penalty kill works. Back to 5-on-5. Good block there in front. Another PK for UND. Here's Nick Ports sending it in.
Well, that's a big kill for North Dakota because you feel like they were getting back into this hockey game, and you give up a great opportunity for St. Cloud State to try and capitalize.
Here's Salquist out of the pack. Joe Molinar shot wide. Now here's Reese Gaber. Coombs fell down, no call.
The fans are into this game, though. I mean, you can hear them. They're cheering on good things. They're booing on things that they think that shouldn't be going against them. Exciting hockey game, and it's fun to see a full barn and a lively one at that. It was very electric in here last night, and certainly the fans are just as entertained and electric here tonight as well.
Midway through the second, 3-2 St. Cloud State. Gaber. Chandrick wanted goal number 2.
Binda was skating around and almost took a puck there.
Nevertheless, Jandrick gets one back for North Dakota. They're within 1, 3-2.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents
how important not only this series is, but the rest of the way to kind of stay in there, maybe get back into that top 10.
Yeah, and this is a big game, and that's the biggest factor, because all of a sudden you start looking, anytime you lose against a team below you, you know you're going to slide down even further. So these things tighten up as the season goes on, and I think that was the case last night. They just jumped that one spot, but be curious to see if they could jump up 1 or 2 more spots with a win here tonight, and then St. Cloud State, you know, holding firmly in that 4, 5, 6, 7 mark. Which at that mark, you're pretty safe.
Court skip pass ahead to Griffin Ness, who sends it in. Ness, Jackson Coons trying to gain control. Coons finally does. Over to Sanderson. Sanderson behind the net. He'll fire and miss.
Sanderson activating from the back end again.
Huskies finally gain control. Tried to feed it ahead to Nolan Walker. Now here's Henches back to Walker. Walker biffed it.
I think Sanderson gets a stick on that. This is why I talk about how good he is. I want to say Sanderson gets just a little tick of the stick on that to knock the puck away.
Seamus Donahue, that one covered up by Driscoll.
Well, how good's Dak Driscoll been here tonight, coming in relief of Elstein in that first period? He starts this second period, and he's been real good. Very focused, dove in. Watch this. This is the play. Look at Sanderson gets a stick on that. I mean, that is just incredible. And then you're going to see Seamus Donahue here getting this puck through. Driscoll playing aggressive, and his rebound control is right on par here so far tonight.
Believe it here, boys.
Both sides getting plenty of shots up. 31 total here through the first period and a half.
Yeah, St. Cloud State with 7 shots on goal here in this second period. North Dakota coming in with 8 of their own. I think it's been a much better period for North Dakota, but certainly St. Cloud State doing a good job as well. Starting to settle into a real good hockey game, a little back and forth action. Felt like that first period was a lot of penalties. Started out the second with a fair amount of penalties as well. You can see some 5-on-5.
Caulfield behind the net, tried to get it in front of Jamernick. Now an opportunity here for St. Cloud State. Again, UND, all game long, they've been getting good sticks out. And now a turnover, here's Mietnin.
North Dakota's got tired bodies, and that's not going to be an ice. They're able to get almost a wholesale change right there. And now the other player will come out. Constantini out for Senden. Good job with a soft chip by Mark Senden to get 4 guys off for a line change. That's going to be an ice. Oh, nope, it was touched.
Now poked away once again. Cleveland Fitzgerald tying up. Fitzgerald gaining the advantage for St. Cloud State. Miller. That one wide of Driscoll. And we'll have an icing here with 6 minutes to go in the second. Past couple minutes, just a lot of back and forth, a lot of pokes away. And
Yep, some 5-on-5 hockey. Some good goalie saves. little back and forth, like you say, North Dakota with some advantages at spurts, and then St. Cloud State coming back with some answers and good shifts of their own. Come out with the second line of Brodzinski, Walker, and Henches. And here, Meyer on the point. Face-off win here by UND. Connor Ford, very good again tonight.
Here, trying to get a stick on it. Loose puck in front. UND able to.
Penalty coming up against St. Cloud State. Going to be a tripping call.
Yeah, there was a scramble in front after the Peart slapper didn't necessarily go the full length.
St. Cloud, number 26, minor tripping.
We'll get Brodzinski. Get a look at the trip here.
Yeah, Brodzinski I think he's going in for the puck and just gets the feet, or the stick right into the feet of Chris Janrik. Huge opportunity here for North Dakota. I don't think they've really generated anything on the power play so far tonight, but it just takes one strike, and that's the way it was St. Cloud. They felt like last night they had those first couple real good looks, just unable to capitalize, but eventually if you give a team enough opportunities, finally they're going to cash in. North Dakota on the drain services power play. That's Connor Ford already 7-1 on the face-off dot here tonight already.
And Jake Schmaltz in on this one. He'll do it again.
Correction, Ford's 9 of 7. 9 wins, 7 losses.
St. Cloud State penalties for 26, Easton Brodzinski. A 2-minute minor for tripping.
Jake Schmaltz, Kevin Fitzgerald.
14 minutes, 10 seconds of the second period. Brodzinski, St. Cloud State tripping minor. Time 14-10.
Moore over to Tyler Clevin. Clevin saved by Reddick.
Well, that was just a good job. They lose a face-off, but you scramble and you get puck possession and get it up top. Yeah, look at here. It's just a good job. You get it up top right here. Look at that nifty move. You get the puck, slide it right over, and you get Clevin. A lot of times he likes to lean into that and one-time it. I don't think the play over there to get to him was set up for the one-timer right there, but a good job of moving the puck and finding a way to get your possession of a face-off loss. And right here, St. Cloud with another big face-off win. That's an area where I think St. Cloud State's done a good job on the penalty kill, is they've won those 50-50 face-offs, and then they've just flat out won some clean ones. And this is North Dakota's second unit that started this, because the top unit had some tired bodies on it. I would expect Clevin
with an opportunity with an empty net, and Reddick gets back just in time. Oh man, Clevin saw the opening, couldn't quite corral it in time though.
You look at the goaltender, Rennick, I mean, you never go up the middle of the ice when you're a goaltender, especially on the penalty kill. Right here, he gets lucky. You get your defenseman diving down and bailing him out. I think that was Nick Perbix sacrificing, laying out the body right here. Just a play you can't do as a goaltender. That was going to be a tap in, and you saw David Rennick wanting to give Nick Perbix a bear hug, just thanking him. He knows he dodged a bullet, and that would have been a backbreaker. So good job by Perbix.
Nick Perbix, the definitive reason this is not a 3-3 game right now. Still a minute 22 left on the Drain Services Incorporated power play. Jamernick back to Sanderson. Sanderson over to Frisch. Sanderson unable to save it. UND has to reset. Gaber.
Yeah, sloppy power play again here for North Dakota with the top unit.
Fitzgerald. That one stopped by Driscoll. 40 seconds left on the power play.
It looks like just a lot of confusion right now for this power play unit for UND.
Sanderson up ahead to Ford. St. Cloud State able to clear. Sanderson. Rister is wide.
Got to be careful here, too. Look at, this is why they score shorthanded goals. They're not afraid to get up and try and attack. Ooh, big hit collision there. Donahue gets in the way of the captain, Mark Senden. Good job, though, St. Cloud State with the penalty kill.
Back to 5-on-5 here with 3.5 to go in the second. See the numbers. North Dakota 0 for 4 on the man advantage. St. Cloud State 1 for 4. Coons tried to feed it back for the opportunity there. Here's Nolan Walker trying to feed ahead to Henches, let him a little too far. St. Cloud State keeps it in. Opportunity there for Brodzinski. Now UND. Here's Ness. Carson Albrecht back to Ness. Ness! Rister is just high.
That was a good shot by Griffin Ness, and I talked about the importance of him getting his first goal last night. All of a sudden you get a little bit more of that confidence. Right there you saw a good shot as they played a little give and go amongst each other, and he gets a good shot and a good save by Rennick.
Albrecht and Ness down there again. And now it's Mietnin out ahead of the pack. BT Mietnin glides in. Saved by Driscoll.
It's been good. Driscoll, that was a 2-on-1. Look at here, 2-on-1 coming the other way.
Calder and Ness. Calder will try it. Just wide on that one. Here's Clement in front. Shot defended by Rennick. Sanderson will try. UND getting plenty of opportunities here. Here's Jake Schmaltz. Oh, he had an opportunity. Schmaltz again. Tried to feed Calder. Clement. You hear the roar of the crowd as UND putting it all out assault on St. Cloud State here these last 30 seconds.
Jake Sanderson, look at it. He's just buzzing tonight. He's feeling it. Get the sense that a guy like that's going to make a special play to try and get this game level. What a shift there by UND, though.
Multiple opportunities for North Dakota. Credit to St. Cloud State for weathering that storm, but UND was certainly keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, absolutely. North Dakota, that was by far their best offensive zone sustained shift that they've had of this whole hockey game here, and it comes late in this second period. A good job by St. Cloud, like you said, of weathering the storm, and St. Cloud State realizing it. They're going to call a timeout here.
That one mainly just to get some guys a little bit of a breather here. I know there's still only 1:16 left, but after that, might want to catch your breath.
Well, and that's the thing. They understand the importance of making sure they go into the locker room with a 3-2 lead, not letting North Dakota use that momentum and keeping this crowd into this. North Dakota, I think it gives them an opportunity as well to put that top line that they had out there creating all that offense right back on the ice. But I think Brett Larson, I like the call here for him to call a timeout, just sensing that you can just feel the momentum in everything in this building, that it's been all North Dakota there with that. He's just trying to slow this thing down and contain that lead.
More University of North Dakota action coming up next week here on Midco Sports. Men's basketball. South Dakota State, undefeated in Summit League play, got a big victory over North Dakota State in Brookings earlier this afternoon. And they will visit Paul Sather and the University of North Dakota. Brian Shaw on the call for that one. South Dakota State and North Dakota coming up Monday at 7 p.m. on Midco Sports and streaming on Midco Sports Plus. Here's Fitzgerald. Costantini sends it ahead, but St. Cloud State able to recover. Kupka feeds Miller. Up ahead. Costantini was open.
North Dakota's had a few of those plays tonight where they've just had an opening or a chance and they just misplay the puck or it's just off the handle. We've seen that a fair amount this year on it, but the biggest thing for me tonight is it's been instances. It hasn't been constantly all game long. Right here, no icing play, so St. Cloud State gonna dodge a bullet there. Sanderson gets back in time to nullify that icing call. I think St. Cloud State's gonna exit out of this second period with the lead.
Final seconds here of the second. Jammernick back to Clevin. And they will not get a shot off here before the end of the second period. North Dakota is able to cut into the lead. Chris Jandrick with his first goal as a member of the North Dakota hockey squad. 3-2. St. Cloud State with the edge over North Dakota here after 40
minutes. Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't.
Save where Rennick had that little slip up. But North Dakota, I think it's, again, get the puck in, get after them, make sure you defend well, make sure you got a 5-man unit tracking back. And for St. Cloud State, I think it's one of those where you have the lead right now. So I think Micah Miller said not to sit in like a turtle shell and just sit back and let them come to you. They got to go out, take advantage of making plays right here. So far, so good. A good start here for St. Cloud State. You see Donahue just shooting that one just wide of Driscoll.
Sanderson corrals it behind the net. Sending up ahead. Caulfield. These two teams split back in December. St. Cloud State winning the Friday game 8-1. UND coming back on Saturday with a 5-3 win in St. Cloud. UND hoping to avoid a repeat of that here in this series. Costantini got a stick on it. Clevin skips it ahead.
Going to be an icing call here. I don't think that anyone touched that. So North Dakota will go into St. Cloud zone. Offensive zone face-off here. 18:26 left in this third period. Pretty even game settling in here. Shots on goal. North Dakota with 17. St. Cloud State 21. Difference maker. 1 for 4 on the power play. That's where St. Cloud State was able to capitalize. North Dakota 0 for 4 with the man advantage. And it's the 3-2 lead. Special teams has been good for St. Cloud tonight. We talked about Micah Miller and that shorthanded goal. He talked about Fitzgerald making a great play to get that puck to him, and then he put the Jets on and makes a great move with the breakaway. And not a surprise why he's got so many shorthanded goals with a set of wheels like that. Ooh, big hit down in the corner by Jackson Coots.
Calder, nice move, tried to find Coons. Coons tried a tight angle, puck batted around, eventually corralled by Okabe. And tried to find Granola. Coons and Joe Molinar. Meyer sends it in. Brady Turner, Cooper Moore, Jackson Coons. And Calder tried to weave between traffic. Here's Jack Peart. Peart tried to find the angle. Good save by Driscoll. Skip ahead, Albrecht. Got a little airborne, did Carson Albrecht.
Yeah, and I've been talking about Connor Ford and just what he means in the dot for this program. And look at here. This is for North Dakota, the face-off phenomenons that they've had. Rhett Gardner certainly coming in at 62.3. He leads that pack. How about Pinto in there? Pinto looks a little bit like David Rennick on that. And then you got Connor Ford sitting in there right at fourth right now. Tyson Jost, he's just ahead of that. In his numbers here tonight, he's got 9 wins and 8 losses. And you look up there, Gardner's played a little bit in the NHL. Pinto's been in the NHL. Obviously, Tyson Jost with the Avalanche. So in some real good company.
Perbix shot was wide. Perbix looking for his second goal of the evening. Rodzinski behind the net. Jammernick got leveled by Walker. Here's Jandrick. We're having offsides here. 3:40 into the third, still 3-2 St. Cloud State. As you mentioned, the difference being the power play. St. Cloud State 1 for 4, UND 0 for 4. And we will have the face-off phenom, Mr. Ford.
Does not go his way. Been a little bit better job by St. Cloud State in the dot tonight. It felt like that was an area where North Dakota really dominated them tonight. Much better. North Dakota winning that battle 26-23. So St. Cloud State doing a much better job tonight.
Levin gets to Gaber. Gaber tried to wrap around.
This faceoff will come outside because Reese Gaber goes into that net, takes it right off of its moorings. The officials will chat about this, but it's pretty easy to me. I don't think Gaber was pushed in at all, and the faceoff will come outside. It's really weird because the nets usually don't come off that clean, and Gaber just brushed against it. It looked to me like he was going to go to his backhand and try and wrap around this puck. You're going to get a good look right here. Look at this. He just it's like
he just nudged it.
Just like an ox right there, the way he takes that off. Usually those things go down about 3 inches down or a couple inches into the ice, and it's a rubber peg system. So a lot of times in youth hockey, they use just those little nubs, and the goaltenders that are smart will lean into them and get a good solid push and sensing when they need a whistle. Not so much in the college game. Those are designed to hold a little bit better, but yet to go off, and there's some give there, just so if someone goes crashing in for player safety.
Cooper Moore.
Cooper Moore trying to do the way the Jandrick and Frisch. That's right where Frisch scored his goal, the first one here for North Dakota tonight.
Here's Ports. Back to Luke Bast. That's the extra defenseman tonight. Ports had an opportunity there. In front, Moore. Oh, another good chance for Cooper Moore, saved by Rennick.
And another real good shift by North Dakota. A couple opportunities here.
Ness tried to glide it through. Now Molinar will clear. Yetnet sends it in. Schmaltz trying to feed it up ahead. Sanderson redirects. Jake Sanderson. Tried to weave between traffic, had an opportunity. Senden keeps it in. State able to get it back down to the other end.
I think St. Cloud State's just fine with this. Clock just cruising right along. Just 13 minutes and 45 seconds left in this third period. They're still up by that one goal.
Walker ahead to Brodzinski. And that one will be covered up by Zach Driscoll. 6.5 minutes into the third, still a 3-2 game. St. Cloud State over UND.
Imagine how inconvenient your life would be without power. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with a Generac home standby generator, you will have power when you need it most after sensing a power outage. Generac generators automatically provide backup power, so your life goes.
That streak here on North Dakota, but so far, North Dakota has had their upper hand against St. Cloud State in the state of North Dakota.
And you see the record over the past 7 seasons here at UND. 5 in a row for North Dakota over St. Cloud State in this building. Here's Reese Gaber. Gaber gliding in.
Right there, I think Gaber just runs out of a little space. He senses he was getting so close to that blue line. St. Cloud State doing a good job keeping him outside of the perimeter and then pressuring him up top, and he kind of ran out of real estate. He tried to just whip that puck down into the zone, and it ricocheted up, and this one goes up and out of play.
Nice little souvenir. Jake Schmaltz, Yami Kranola. We'll redo that one. Here's Sanderson. Coombs. And Calder behind the net. Okabe whips it around. Kranola.
Well, St. Cloud State fans know Zach Driscoll. He started his college career at St. Cloud State, then went up to Penticton, played some junior hockey in the BCHL, then went on to have an amazing career at Bemidji State. Went to the transfer portal, and that's how we ended up at UND. So yeah, he's a goaltender that has been in 3 different college programs. You don't see that very often. Certainly the transfer portal making things a little bit more interesting than years past. 2-on-1 here for North Dakota developing.
Here's Albrecht. Albrecht weaving backhand save by Rennick.
That would have been a highlight reel goal. And not only that, you look at Carson Albrecht. You notice him every shift. He plays physical, but starting to show a little bit of that offense in there. He toe drags around, gets a good backhander on there. Remember that save by David Rennick, because that was a highlight reel play and an even better save.
As you mentioned, it was a beautiful move by Albrecht. He just couldn't cash it in. Ports. That one goes into the crowd, or at least above the glass stanchion. Take another look at Carson Albrecht.
Well, look at this. Puck bounces on him, and he puts the brakes on. But look at this. Most players wouldn't make that play, and he does just a magnificent job. And that's against the Minnesota Wild draft pick, and Jack Peart, who's a really good defenseman. And another Grand Rapids kid out on the ice there. Carson Albrecht, boy, he's looking like he's going to be a guy that looks to bust open too, looking for his first goal on the year. Actually, his first He's looking for his first career goal in the green sweater as well.
Jandrick. Rebound in front. Oh, I got some extracurriculars between Connor Ford and Kevin Fitzgerald.
Well, North Dakota, a couple of good shifts here back-to-back again. That was a play alongside Rennick's left skate. North Dakota was just trying to jab out a loose puck, trying to jam that one in. It started with a sharp angle shot. Makes a right-padded save to start with, but then the rebound kicks around there. He does a good job just sealing that off down low, and there's what you're talking about with Ford and Fitzgerald getting into a little shoving match after the whistle. No penalties, so we'll play 5-on-5, 10:51 left here in the third period.
Here's Gaber. Jandrick at the point, over to Clevin. Back to Jandrick. Clevin feeding Costantini down low. Loose puck in front, scramble in front of the net. Gaber trying to go around.
This is the push for North Dakota, and I think that's St. Cloud. You're just like, that clock is just, it was cruising right along to start this period, and then all of a sudden now it's 10 minutes in North Dakota. The puck's been in St. Cloud State's zone. As a coaching staff, you look up, and that thing's just not moving fast enough for you.
Midway through the third, still 3-2.
Koffel alertly not touching that puck because he went in just a little bit before the puck entered in. Would have been an offside. The puck just bounces over Fitzgerald's stick.
Here is Fitzgerald.
Good hit by Caulfield on Fitzgerald.
28-on-28 crime. Here is Caulfield. Caulfield. Deflected by Rennick. Ness. That one high. Nick Ports. Slides it over. Sanderson. Look at the move by Sanderson. He scores! Jake Sanderson with the equalizer.
Well, I've been talking about this guy all night long. He's been making special plays night in and night out, but tonight he has been extra special. You talked about, you think he's excited to leave this crowd with something? Look at this. He was going to try one time that. Look at that toe drag dangle. Gets it on his backhand, his forehand. Beats Rennick, low blocker. What a goal. That's an NHL player right there. Look at that. I mean, this is just toe drags. It does a great job and just makes a good shot. Goes in between the arm and the chest of David Rennick. He's jacked up. You can see he wanted to do something special all night long. Finally breaks loose. And a commanding shift and a commanding end of this second half of this third period by North Dakota. Now the question is, can you continue to build this on? So many times you see in a hockey game where you know the team that's losing has that push. Do they settle back and get into a different mind frame, or do they keep coming after you? But Jake Sanderson, what a goal.
7th of the season for Jake Sanderson. Now he and Perbix, the future Olympians, each scoring in their last game before heading to China. Here's Jackson Coons. Tried to fight between traffic. Here's Brodzinski feeding it ahead to Henches. Henches, the only future Olympian that has not scored tonight on this ice.
And one key thing here, now all of a sudden in a tie hockey game, Zach Driscoll's entered himself into having the decision of this hockey game. So he goes in, he'll pick up the win if North Dakota's able to win. Fortunately, if they don't, he'll pick up the loss despite going in when they were down 3-1.
Zach Driscoll's done a nice job keeping things calm and allowing UND to crawl back into this one.
For sure, the second period, he came in and answered the bell. I don't think he's had to do a lot of action here in the third period. North Dakota's been really in command of this second period.
Up ahead, here's Micah Miller. Miller, good defense by Frisch. Send it on over, here's Lidke. Good block.
St. Cloud just 3 shots on goal in this third period, 9 already for UND. This is more of what you would have expected. Last night, it was like, so many people are like, what do you expect tonight? I expect a way different game, and I think this is exactly a more tighter, checking, closer game. North Dakota got to give them a lot of credit for sticking with this thing and finding a way to get themselves back within this hockey game and tying this up.
Ethan Frisch sends it in. Gordon Costantini fighting behind the net.
All of a sudden, North Dakota looks like the hungrier team, and they're winning the puck battles. St. Cloud State in the first period, they won every single loose puck. They won every race. North Dakota here in this third period, boy, they've come on strong, and they've started winning all those races.
Saved by Driscoll. 3-3, Jake Sanderson showing off those NHL skills. Tie game, 6 minutes to go.
We've got your butts covered.
But I have medical bills.
But I don't have a down payment.
We've got your butts covered.
But I've been divorced.
But I have bad credit.
No problem. Everyone deserves a second chance, even with late payments. No credit, bad credit, apply right now online. It's super easy. Or just come in. We've got your butts.
It becomes too much. In Western Michigan and Minnesota Duluth right now knotted up at 1 apiece.
Chase Brand nearly got a backhander to go against Driscoll. 6 minutes remaining in the third.
On the floor with a big check there without his hockey stick.
That one squirts toward Driscoll. Moore sends it ahead. Fresh bodies on the ice for UND.
How about that? All 3 goals tonight by defensemen for North Dakota. Ethan Frisch, Jandrick, and Sanderson. Getting it done from the back end tonight.
Cloud State driving in. Good defense by UND, but a turnover. Fitzgerald. Shot above the glove of Driscoll. Okabe tried the tight angle. Here is the captain, Mark Senden. Up ahead, Mietin poked away by Frisch. Four minutes to go. That one covered up by Driscoll. Buckle up for the final 3:48. 3 apiece.
Steffes, an innovative North Dakota-based manufacturer.
8 left in the third period. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be exciting.
feet in front, and
St. Cloud State with an excellent opportunity right off of a set face-off play. Push that puck between the legs, you go over, slide it over to the middle, and Driscoll has to make a good save.
Nolan Walker was right in front, as you mentioned, Jake, right off the face-off.
North Dakota switched up the defenseman off of that great opportunity. Good job by Ford winning that against, that's like two heavyweights going at it. Brodzinski and Ford. Ford on the winning end of that one.
To record the Caulfield.
Rennick just went down and got in position. He didn't even see that. If that thing was going to be able to find the net and go up top, Rennick just was screened for a split second there. Caulfield got a good shot off and just high and wide.
Sanderson gliding in. Sanderson looking for someone in front, no one home.
He's been doing this all night, though. I mean, look at, he's the first one down there. He's the first one back. Been going all night. This one is going to be a tip, so North Dakota's going to be able to get a line change, and I think that's a big one. If that thing was going to be nice, I think Brad Berry has to take a timeout, because you've got Sanderson, who just went a whole 200 feet down the ice trying to create offense and make a play, and then he had to race all the way back and go in and defend, and a break there for North Dakota that deflects off of a St. Cloud State player. They're able to make a line change. 2:49 left here in the third period. Shots almost dead even, 27 for St. Cloud, 26 for North Dakota. Kind of been a tale of a first period that St. Cloud State owned. Second period, I thought St. Cloud State was better early. North Dakota came on in that second half, and it's been all UND for this third period. The ebbs and flows of a game, David. That's why they say you got to trust the process, stick with it. And I think this is exactly what North Dakota has done tonight.
Chandler tried to skip it along the boards.
Yeah, those ones give you goalies fits if they puck bouncing when it's flipped in on edge.
Ports catches up with it. 2 minutes to go in the third. Fight along that left board.
Four guys all tangled up in there.
Bit of a stalemate. Finally, the puck jarred loose. Albrecht and Brodzinski got their feet tangled up. 90 seconds left. Costantini with Griffin Ness. Moore. Gaber works along the back wall. Moore. One-timer blocked.
Good save there. Sanderson getting a good one-timer off on that. Rennick gets a good pushover, makes a good save. This is going to be an icing call against St. Cloud State, keeping in mind Brett Larson used his timeout at the end of that second period, so advantage North Dakota here with 55.3 seconds left in this third period. I don't even know if you're Brad Berry. I don't even think you're going to want to use the timeout here, because that's just going to give St. Cloud State the rest that they wish that they could have. Heads up play there by Brad Berry, Dave Jackson, and Carl Gehring just to play on.
Ford against Fitzgerald here with less than a minute to go in the third.
Ooh, Ford was going right to the net with that one.
Tried to center it. Sanderson kept it in the zone. Here's Costantini. Tried to feed in front to Gaber. Gaber. Gaber, all sorts of moves. Gliding in, Reese. Gaber. Oh! A golden opportunity just wide of the pipe. Under 30 seconds to go in the third. Ten seconds to go. Jandrick up ahead. Poked away, Mietnin. That one poked away.
Free hockey coming, folks, free hockey.
We will go to overtime. Jake Sanderson with the equalizer with less than 8 minutes to go. And for the first time in nearly 4 months, we got extra hockey after Ralph. 3-3, St. Cloud State and North Dakota.
Our family had problems with hydration, fatigue, and cramping that no product on the market could solve. We knew there had to be a solution, which led us to inventing Cramp Aid. Our elite athletes have reported up to an 80% reduction.
We can get your line combo out there that you want.
Here's Louis Jamernick. Jamernick, backhander, saved by Rennick. Follow-up, no good either. Corral it. Finally gets it on the back end. And halfway through this OT. Sanderson with the poke away.
North Dakota's got to be careful here. They got 3 guys going off. Wow. You don't see usually one guy will stay back, and St. Cloud State was unable to get that puck and get it out to Seamus Donahue as he was sitting there wide open.
Here's Connor Ford. Ford to Caulfield. Caulfield wrister. Missing high. 1:20 left in OT. Caulfield. Had it poked away.
North Dakota's got to get another guy on the ice.
Here's Crandall. Crandall whipped it. His stick broke.
Oh, St. Cloud State wants a penalty there. Oh, you're going to see the arm went up and it stayed down. I like that, though. I think St. Cloud dodged a bullet there, but before that, North Dakota dodged a bullet with a penalty. They're going to let these guys play it out. I think St. Cloud State for sure wanted that penalty initially, and then they got tripped up, North Dakota, so 3-on-3 we play on.
Gaber fell down as he attempted the backhander. Gaber gets the turnover. But now it's Mietnin. Veeti Mietnin. Blocked. 20 seconds left in OT. Here's Sanderson. Sanderson. Rennick able to poke that one away. 5 seconds left. Sanderson trying the angle. Tried the backhander.
I was worried it was his shoulder when he crouched. 3-on-3. They're going to look for North. He's on its.
He'll be relying
all night long for the fake.
Here comes Sanderson.
He lost the handle on the puck right there. You could see he was trying for the fake shot. He lost the handle on it and didn't really get the move that he wanted on it. You get a look right here. So Sanderson, he's coming in. He's going to maybe fake shot right here. The puck just, he lost the handle on it. Now Brodzinski coming in.
Here is Easton Brodzinski working against Driscoll. Brodzinski save by Zach Driscoll.
Good job and patience there by Zach Driscoll. You can see what Brodzinski wants to do. He wanted him to get Driscoll moving from his left over to his right. He slides him here. Driscoll stays very patient, keeps that glove high. And who else but Reese Gaber coming in.
UND's leader in goals, looking to add another one. Gaber. Good save by Rennick. He got that left leg out.
Yeah, both goaltenders showing the patience in their game. Rennick does a good job on this. He's trying to get him to slide over to his right side and open that side up right on the ice. Runs out of real estate.
Here is Yami Crandall for St. Cloud State. Backhander misses wide.
Oh, this is fun. It's a goalie duel battle here tonight. Jackson Coots coming out. to try and get North Dakota. The Grand Forks native coming out, seeing if he can't get North Dakota the first goal here in the shootout.
Here is Jackson Coons. Gets through, but just misses the net.
I wonder if Rennick, you can see he fought that one off. He reached behind his glove. I wonder if he's going to get it. This is going to be a great overhead. Keep an eye on that. Nope, he knew he could feel it going through, but that puck just unlucky for North Dakota. Miettinen up here now for St. Cloud.
VT Miettinen. Save again by Zach Driscoll.
Well, all those Driscoll critics out in the community in Grand Forks, he's certainly stepping up and answering the bell here. It's a good answer for Zach Driscoll, doing a good job kicking that right leg. This is the guy I called right here that I would have sent out. Ashton Calder, will he do the same move as last night? I highly doubt it.
2 goals last night for Ashton Calder. And another one tonight.
What a play by Calder. You know the goaltenders, goalies are weird. They study things. No doubt he thought the fake was going to come from the shot. I like this shot selection. You just beat him there. Goaltender's going to stay patient, not fall for that fake shot.
Here's Kevin Fitzgerald. And he gets it. No! It looked like it was